Hi guys, Flisk here. Welcome to a World of Tanks replay in my leFH18B2. We are on Himmelsdorf. The leFH is the Tier 5 Premium French SPG. It's not usually available for sale, they took it down. Sometimes it pops up for special sales, and I suggest you get one. Fantastic tank. I've got 30 HE and 12 heat loaded as my ammunition. I don't find the AP useful at all in this tank. So it's on encounter. We've spawned on the ramp. Really I wanted to be on the K line, so I decided to make my way down kind of towards the K line, thinking which way I'm going here. As predicted, spots them on the hill. Then something very interesting happens. Their M44 and AMX-13F3, who are both platooned, decide to rush. I assume it's because they want a suicide, because they don't want to... There we go. They don't want to play artillery on Himmelsdorf, but as you can see, I very clearly just derped the M44 there, right click, left click. I ask in the chat why. The leFH is very, very good in tank destroyer mode. It's a fantastic SPG in tank destroyer mode. So I now see all of this stuff on the hill, and I want to get perfect, because I've got a good sight line in terms of direction along this road I'm currently on, but I'm not quite far back enough to get some shots on the tanks I want to fire at. Can't hit the T29. Don't have a shot on the KV2. And now I'm very close to getting shots on this AMX, ELC and the VK. I'm looking for the shot, it's coming closer. So I decide to fire at the Unicum AMX 12 ton. Pull the trigger, and we get our first kill of the game. A rebalanced AMX 12 ton. And on the reload, we waste no time. We aim at the Skoda T25. And we get our second kill of the game. Sorry, third kill of the game. I forgot about the artillery right at the start. So I'm following this VK. Get a shot on the VK. Hitting for 179. What you're noticing, I haven't got brothers in arms, but I've got rammer and this tank fires so fast. We secure our fourth kill. The kills are coming so quick I can't even comment on them properly. That ALC, as noted by my platoon mate on TeamSpeak, that ALC stayed dead still. So I aimed it exactly where I last saw him, pulled the trigger, and lo and behold, a kill. So I've now got 4 kills, but it's looking bad. Whilst we are winning heavily 8-5, some of their best tanks are still alive on the hill, and they look like they might try and push quite hard. At this point, I'm not going to suicide. I am going to try and retreat. Try and get to... in my head, I was thinking E1 behind the cap circle, maybe somewhere on that side. I'm not quite sure. Not the best maneuverability in an SPG. I mean, its acceleration's fine and its turning's okay, but its top speed isn't very good. But what you get with this is the B1's hull, and at Tier 5, a lot of Tier 3 and 4 tanks actually struggle against you, especially Tier 3 and 4 light tanks. Meaning if they try and chase after artillery, they're going to have a hard time with it. So as with Himmelsdorf, the problem with RT on Himmelsdorf is all the buildings, but I see the gap in the train car. My platoon mate, Radical Duck, Savage Duck even, he mentions this gap, and I go, okay, this gap looks good. I see the VK3001D, it disappeared. I think he's still reversing. I pull the trigger, and we get kill number 5. Obviously there was a little bit of luck involved with that, but he kept reversing in a straight line, and I guessed where he would be. The moral of the story is don't keep reversing. I try and go for the shot on this T29. Fire well ahead of him, but unfortunately at this kind of distance, it just takes far too long to get there. So at this point we're looking fairly secure. It's 12-7 to us. They have 3 tanks left. But I want to live. I want to get a good game. So we've got the J Panther, and I spot the VK. The VK is not looking at me. J Panther I can't hit, and he can't hit me. J Panther's got a kill, but I hit the VK. J Panther's got a second kill. This is kind of worrying now. It's only 12-9. It's not big of a gap. J Panther takes it. I bounced the VK3601H of AP, and as you'll see in the post-game stats, it's quite interesting to see what gun he actually fired at me. J-Panther's coming for a shot. Upper front plate, don't even bother aiming at him properly, just fire the HE straight into him on that health. That will go and, you know, instantly kill him. Why he drove around there like that at me, I don't know. Probably thought I had a longer reload, and the VK dies. So all in all, a very short replay. It was just over 5 minutes. So let's have a look at the post-game stats. So here we are with the post-game stats screen. Got a first class, we've got bruiser, we've got shell proof. Total damage blocked by armor exceed the hit points of your vehicle. Survive, can be attained only in random battles. And we only received 1 hit. It's very strange. We'll see in a second. And of course, Top Gun for getting the 6 kills. Bunch of module damage, obviously it's artillery. But I mean, a lot of the targets were very, very soft targets. That Skoda was a surprise kill. I thought I was going to do about 180 damage on him, but I guess my HE just penned his flat side. 12 ton and ELC, obviously very easy to pen with anything, especially like big artillery HE shells. But we got some good hits. In fact, there was only 1 tank that we hit that we didn't kill, and that was the VK. Now, without premium, that would have made me 26,000, which for a tier 5 is actually pretty good. If you get into more heavier tier 7 games where you do more damage, this thing can rack up the credits. So if we have a look at the team score, do it by experience, obviously I was top. Fair play to our SU122, who had high caliber and fire for effect, with 1,950 damage. Their team, KV2 with 0 damage, and that M44 and Bishop rushing like that. Oh, I don't know what happened to the Bishop. The M44 rushing like that, shot by me, died instantly. Their AMX right at the start managed to get a kill and some damage, and then died. That J-Panther really, 4 medals, 5 for Red Bruiser, Fighter, Duelist. So he was a danger, but obviously by the end he had such little health that coming around the corner just doped him. And note again the strength of the leFH. Tank Destroyer mode is very, very good. The detailed report there, we fired 10 shots, we hit with 9 and we penned with 9. Obviously HE is a bit weird with the penning, but you know, they were on point. The one that missed was purely because it took too long to travel there. It would have hit the T-29 if the T-29 had been a bit slower or the shell had got there a bit quicker. And again, like from a distance of more than 300 meters, only 47 damage. So this was a very, very close game. And the leFH is really good at close range. It's got a long range for the kind of gun it is on an RT at tier 5. 990 meters, I think, which is fantastic. But, you know, at close range, it's still good. And there we go, that 1 hit, 1 non-pen, damage blocked by armor 350. And I think that was the VK3601H using the derp with AP. And the AP on the derp does not have good penetration. I believe that's what it was. And, you know, if he'd have fired a HE at me, that would have gone a lot worse. Or at my gun shield, which is weak. Don't fire at the hull on this tank. If you're against them, fire at the gun shield. It's really weak. So we spotted a vehicle as well, and obviously damaged 7 vehicles and destroyed 6. Just under a kilometre travelled. As you can see, auto resupply ammunition, I only fired HE, so 10 HE shells, so each HE shell is about 128 silver. So really this tank is fantastic for making money hand over fist. And because of its, you know, if you get if you get rammer, gun laying drive, and you get brothers in arms, it's an absolute joy to play. So yeah, if this tank comes on sale again, get it. It's usually either in a bundle or relatively cheap when it's on sale on its own. So pick it up. It's a good little credit earner. It's an interesting tank as well, I find. And you know, maps like Himmelsdorf, you know, this tank can do really, really well, and it can go, you know, very good tank destroyer mode. One thing I found out on the wiki about this tank, it has a higher gun arc than the Conqueror gun carriage. Pretty interesting. Well, that's all for today. Just a short replay. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, check out my videos, and I will catch you